live, uncut, unedited, tell the truth, and shame the devil. I love being black.
All right, all right. All righty, all righty, all righty. Mm-hmm. What's going on today? Water going on. Need some water. Mouth dry. Mm-hmm. Come on in, good people. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Confessions, confessions. Come on in.
Tell the truth, tell the truth, and shame the devil. I love being black. I love being black.
All right, people. Appreciate you for tuning in as usual. Always. Always. All right. Good evening. Tomorrow I'll see you about that life. What's up about that life? I see you. Jules Smith, I see you as well. All right, King Nathan Pisces, I see you. I see you. LaDonna Horton, I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. Nick, I don't know how you pronounce your name. Let me see. Negla 3. Okay, I guess I'm pronouncing it correct. How are you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Doing? We out here today. Just having a little talk. Conscious, good evening, Conscious. Good evening. All right. Happy New Year for those of you that I didn't wish Happy New Year, but I believe I did it to everybody. So appreciate you. We got a lot of things going on. And what up, Jimmy Dean? What's going on? Sweet Jammin'. Hey, how you doing? I appreciate you. I need y'all to stay tuned. Make sure you hit the video, hit like on the video, like on the video. There's a lot going on, people. There's a lot going on. Tone, what's up, Tone? Long time, long time. Multitasking, good evening. Multitasking, I see you, I see you, I see you. I know exactly who you are. I see you. Granny G, what's up, Granny G? I see you. Granny G, Granny G. Granny G. All right, come on in. I'm going to acknowledge some of you while I got time. I got time. Share on your Facebook page. Share on your Facebook page. Put it on your screen at home, on your YouTube screen. We appreciate everyone that's coming on here tonight, and it's good to be living. We're living in a good time. All right. All right. Come on in. Where are my interactions at? All right, to Neil Spalding. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Miss Val? I see you. I see you. I see you. See you. Jim, what's up, Jim? Jim, I see you. I see you, Jim. All right, we got it going on. It's talking about confessions, boy. I got y'all attention tonight, Donna. Got you guys attention. Penetris, I'm sorry, Smith, how you doing? The real Donald Trump. Do you know who this is? I sure don't. I know who Donald Trump is. Miss Emma Harris. What's going on? What's going on? I see you. Confession. The Bible said confession is good for the soul. Nathan, again, I see you. Be Saving channel. appreciate you. Dolce and Gabbana. Who telling? All right, I wonder who gonna tell tonight. It don't have to be nothing so secretive. Confession tonight. The Bible said confession is good for the soul. It's good for the soul. Good for the soul. Hell Trim Martin is going to sing the Usher song tonight. Not at all. Lola, hey Lola. Lola Smith, how you doing, Miss Lola? I see you. I see you. Lola, you be coming in too, watching. I be checking you out. I don't think I don't see you. I don't see you. Yeah. Hey, sir, I'm live uncut. I'm live. What's going on? Yeah, I'm live right now. All right. Yeah. All right. Come on in, people. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Make sure y'all tag somebody. I see you. I see you. Make sure y'all tag somebody today. I want to wish one of my daughters happy birthday. I know she's not on here, but I already wished her yesterday. But today is really originally a birthday. Fat Mac, what's up? I tell you, confession is good for the soul, people. Confession is good for the soul. Confession is good for the Kathy Fields. All right. All right. I see you, Kathy. I see you. Confession is good for the soul. Well, people looking, they were like, what are these people gonna say? What are they gonna say? What are they gonna say? What are they gonna say? Thank you for wishing my daughter happy birthday. My oldest daughter. Today is her birthday. I appreciate her. Kenny Nicole, what's going on, Kenny Nicole? I see you. We all must agree we living in a good day and time. We can see things that we normally couldn't see back in the early 90s. And even in the early 2000s. Everything is being revealed. Make sure you guys tag somebody, hit that subscribe button on YouTube and that like button on YouTube. If you're not following me on Facebook, this is my new page. A lot of you said, well, Martin, you deleted me. I did not delete you. My page was taken down. It was hacked by some haters. But God is, they took the page down, but they didn't take Martin Johnson down. I'm still standing. I'm still standing. I'm still standing. Yeah, I'm still standing, people. Thank God for his mercy and for his grace. I tell you. Kenny Nicole, we still should be on until 9 o'clock. We should be on 9 o'clock. Listen, people. My friend always teased me about that word. Listen, people. Listen, people. I don't even realize I be saying that word. You know, sometimes I say words like live, uncut, unedited, tell the truth, shame the devil. I love being black, race first, black love, black unity, black power to the last hour, race first. I just have a way with these slogans that I say, and I just love them. Check on your people, check on your people, check on your people. So I have a way with words. I have a way with words. You know, we have people that's not really creative. And I always say that they ride off your ideas. And there's nothing wrong with that because we all do it to each other. Some of us just not creative. We have to steal from other people to be relevant. But there are some of us are very creative, and I appreciate it. Confession. I see I got a call already. I ain't even called in myself. That's a shame. I'm telling y'all to call in. Come on in. We talking about confession. Confession is good for the soul. Now, when I say confession, let me hang up. That doesn't mean that I'm saying you got to tell me you murdered somebody.
Hey, caller, this is
I'm
Martin
not
G,
saying that.
aka the
You
Crime
can't.
Chaser.
You don't have to get on here and tell me that
Uncut,
you
unedited
you
broadcast.
slept
Just
with
before you speak, please
somebody's
turn down all your
husband or
audio. Please
wife.
turn them off or
Right.
down and do
Right.
not have us
So
on
you don't
speakerphone
have
so we
to.
won't have
You don't
echo,
you don't
and we'll
have
be
to.
with you shortly.
Confession is
Thank you
good
so
for the
much.
soul. This is the
At
new
the
year.
tone, please record your
This is the
name
new
or
year.
announcement.
Crime chaser. This is the new year. This is the new year, people. And we are trying to start it off different. Sierra. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know why I ain't haven't sneezed all day. Get on here. All right, let's see. Fendi Green live uncut. It's a classic. Oh, that's right. When you say hold it, hold it, hold it.
Tanisha
Hold it, hold it,
has
hold it,
joined.
hold it.
That's one of my favorite words too. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Y'all know how I do it. Y'all know how. Sandra Cross, what's going on, Sandra? We talking about confession night. Confession is good for the soul. Confession tonight. hmm For those of you that's going through a 12-step program, and I think one of the steps are you must admit that you have a problem. So I'm not sure, but I think it is. So yeah, smooth operator. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat, all 73 of you guys. Yeah, that's right, Tania. When you come in, hit as soon as you come in, hit the like button, people, so we can get the message out. All right, people, we're gonna take our first caller. Tonight we're talking about confession. Now, confession only means something that you want to tell. Now, please don't tell me you shot and killed somebody. I don't need to know that. That don't do that to me because I'm not trying to put myself in a situation. Well, who was that, Mark? What's their phone number? No, don't do me like that. But confession is good for the soul, and confession don't have to be actually a bad thing as well too. You know, confession can be a lot of things, different things. A lot of different things. And I'm not trying to incriminate nobody from no wrongdoing or anything like that. But confession is good for the soul. Let's take our first caller real quick. 9433. Come on, caller, real quick.
Hey Martin, how you doing?
What's going on?
I just want to say, 5 years ago, when these guys took my daughter and did wrong to him, did wrong to my daughter, it drew me, it it made me get closer to God. So they changed my life, and from that happening to me, I tell the people the truth now, and people hate to hear the truth. So God has elevated me to a whole nother level. And it can be a bad thing, it can be a good thing, but he also showed me who's for me and who's not for me. So I feel like that's a good thing for me.
Okay.
Tell the truth and
All right.
shame the
And shame
devil.
the
All right. That's what we hear.
yeah,
Bible said confession is good for the soul. Confession is good for
yeah.
the
So
soul. Go ahead, sister.
so so I just wanted to actually share that with everybody. I mean, there's no perfect person out here. There's no perfect families out here. No, no one is perfect out here. God put us through trials and tribulations just to see how strong we
Okay. All right. So she
are.
said,
So, uh,
go ahead. Go
so
ahead.
that's what I wanted to share with you. I said that's what I wanted to share with you, and I wanted you to also tell you to keep up the good work. You're doing a wonderful job.
All
A
right.
wonderful job.
Thank you so much. Those of you that's on
All right.
YouTube, make sure you hit the like button, the share button. Please do that for me immediately so you will not forget. Those of you that's on Facebook, make sure you tag someone, hit the like button, share button. The Bible said confession is good for the soul, people. It's good for the soul. Matter of fact, I think I wrote a little post today when it comes to dealing with our people in customer service is very challenging. You know, the other day I was at the check cash pay place and I asked the lady the question. She was so nasty. She was so nasty, people. Her spirit. Well, did she cuss you out, Martin? No, she didn't cuss me out. But her spirit, her energy was so nasty. And I just said, stop it, don't worry about it. I'll go somewhere else. You know, see, I noticed when I was sick last week, it was certain phone calls I wouldn't take. It wasn't because I didn't like the person. It's because it was too much energy you had to release. And at that time, I didn't have enough energy to talk to this person because it would took too much from me. And sometimes we get offended, people. When you get in your private space and you're not feeling well, and you don't feel like talking, and you know certain people you'll go ahead and pick up, but you'll talk briefly. Say, hey, I'm not feeling well today. Just pray for me and talk to you later. But some folks, you just send them straight to the voicemail. And I'm saying confession is good for the soul, people. You have to admit some things. You have to really have to admit some things. Confession is good for the soul. I tell you. All right, we got another caller. Make sure you hit that like button. People, those of us that work in the public, it don't pay to be nasty to customers. Well, you say, well, Martin, you don't understand. I, I, I'm a,
Conscious.
I'm a drive
How you
on the
doing?
bus. I'll be right at you, conscious. I'm a drive on the CTA bus, and those children come in and they real nasty and be cussing me out, and I have to be hard. I have to protect myself, you know. But let's go to the next call. Hey, conscious, how you doing? How you doing? Happy New
Hey,
Year to you.
Martin,
How
how
you
are
doing?
you?
Great, great, great.
Wonderful. I want to thank you.
Hmm.
I listen to you intently and how you handle your show. And you tempered my anger and made me put down my sword against the haters
Mm-hmm.
and not even respond to them.
Thank you.
So I thank you so much because I'm blessed with listening to you.
Appreciate it.
And you've had a great impact on me. And
Appreciate
I thank you very much.
I appreciate it. I knew the day
for
when
that.
I watched one of your videos of the when I was talking about self hatred, and I know you replayed a
Mhm.
lot of it. I said, look at conscious. I said, okay, she understands. You know, sometimes conscious when we in these roles, you're a creator, I'm a creator, and we do have our enemies. We all do have enemies. We all have people that like, but we have to know how to handle them and put them in place. And I've
Yeah,
learned conscious that I'm not going to let nobody drag me so low that I'm gonna hate them. That's what I learned,
yeah, yeah.
and I can care less
And
now.
I've taken those videos down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see, yeah, and a
yeah,
lot of people. That's okay. A lot of people they they don't they have hate in their heart conscious, and there's nothing you and
yeah,
I can do about it. As long as we know
yeah,
who they are, you have to identify them though. So I gotta watch this person. I gotta watch this person. And you know, when you don't
yeah,
believe like people, or you're not saying what they want you to say, you this, you that, you this, you that.
yeah, yeah.
You know, I always
And
go ahead, go ahead, conscious.
um, yeah, and I put out an apology
Mm.
video as well in one of my lives. But y- you're a great man.
And I appreciate you.
You are a great man.
And I try to be
Yeah,
conscious. I try to be an example of what I teach, preach, and believe in. And the reason why I listen now, I'm gonna say, conscious. I must confess, I have not always been like this, but life have taught me
yeah,
to be humble, to be patient with people, Don't be too quick to get them. I have feelings like everybody else. I want people to say good things about me, but everybody will not say good things about me. Some people just judge me because they just don't like the way I look. I don't owe them no money, conscious. I didn't try to sleep with their wife. I didn't ask them to donate nothing to me. I don't even know they exist, but they just hate
Yeah.
without a cause. So, sometimes I try to understand it, but it's okay. It's okay. And I always quote Dr. Charles G. Hayes. He always say, he was an old preacher. He said, "It ain't what you think about me that matter. It's what I think about you that all matter." And that's what I live by. That I live by that motto. So I can care
Mm,
less what people think about me. And they talk about you, conscious. They talk about me, but they on our channel watching us, and we're not watching them.
yeah,
You got to
that's
remember that,
true.
conscious. I'm helping now. We talking about confession is good for the soul. That's what I tell them.
Yeah.
You're on here watching me, but I'm so dumb. I'm so illiterate. I'm so stupid. So what does that make you by watching me?
Right.
Confession is
You're
good.
right. You're
Yeah.
right. And
So you got to look at it like that,
it's
conscious. It's for a reason why they are coming to your page. It's a reason why they want to hear what you say. Now, they might not want to admit to you. They might not give you your flowers because you know how some of us do. The old preacher said, while you're living, they'll lie on you. He said, but while you're dead, when you're dead, they'll lie for you. So we're dealing with
right.
those type of people, conscious. You can bring them
Yeah.
the warrant list. You can bring them receipts, but in their
Yep.
mind, I don't care what you say, how much you're right. I'm still gonna believe what I want to believe. You can't win against that, conscious. You can't win.
No.
Water is
Yeah. It's
wet.
time to stop reacting.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yep.
Water is wet and fire is hot. You got to don't run your blood.
Yep.
Focus on your channel. Focus on the people that want to hear you. Those that don't want to
Yes.
hear you,
Yes.
they're welcome to scroll right on past you. And that's what I do. Conscious. I might have a subject that you don't even want to talk about. Anything that you don't like, Martin Johnson, you don't have to listen to every line, but you know what? He's not talking about what I want to hear today, so I'm going to go to somewhere else. And I don't have a problem with that. And that's what I tell people. Instead of you coming on here saying some derogative things or negative things, this may not be the live for you today. We're not talking about
Right.
Tiffany. We're not talking about Jason House. We're talking about, so I'm just giving an
Right.
example. Not saying it in a negative, I'm just giving an
Yep.
example on both ends. So that's what you probably want to hear today. But we're not hearing that. Conscious, my word to you, keep doing what you're doing. Stay free of mess. Focus on your channel so you can grow your channel. People are looking for authenticity. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for realness.
Thank you, Martin.
That's what they're looking for.
And
That other,
I'm taking your wisdom.
yeah, that all that other stuff don't mean nothing. Now,
No.
let me say this. I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna say it in peace. A lot of people don't like Jedediah, and I was one of them. I'm gonna be honest with you. I work with him, but guess what? When he's right, he's right. I got to give it to him.
Yes.
When he's doing a good deed,
Yes.
he's doing a good deed. I don't have no hate in my heart against that young man. I work with him a lot of times.
I don't either.
Have he made some mistakes in the past? Yes. Are he going to make some more mistakes? Yes. Martin Johnson's going to make some more mistakes? Yes. But guess what?
We all.
We all do it. The scripture said, give honor to whom honor due. But let me take this new caller real quick. I just had to say that publicly. I had to say it publicly so people know, you know what I'm saying? Because we have to put down our pride. We have to put down our emotions. Sometimes we see people that we don't like, automatically turned off. We don't want to say nothing good about them and nothing. And I understand. But sometimes when you see good in the land, you have to acknowledge it if you're a good person. Hey, Colin.
He does good.
Yes. And I say that those Dalton residents they said that they felt like they was being bullied. I'm talking about the ones that was at the meeting through Michael Smith and Keith Price. This is what they said. Now, I can't tell the women how they feel and how they don't feel. Now,
Right.
Keith is not a threat to me, nor Michael Smith is a threat to me. So I don't feel what they feel. But because it's not happening to me, that doesn't mean it's not happening to them. And Jed has made them feel safe when he around from all of these things. So that's what they base it on. So they, they say what they say. But let me take this new call. I want to hold on over long. Hey, caller 7956. 7956. Confession.
Hey, Martin, this is Nate.
How you doing, Nate? How you doing?
I just want to say that, I go back to August of 2018, doing the Color Nails protest. And I know that's when I first met you. And I was at home and I was doing something. And I ran across Facebook and they was doing a protest. So I came out. I stopped what I was doing and came out there. And I met you. And I have to say that since that day, you've always been a stand-up individual, and I respect what you do. And since that time, we was on the line protesting that nail salon until we got some justice for the people that were assaulted that day. So not many people that would take the time like you did and do those things and spend that time and do that. And I came out there every day since then until the end. So I just want to say, sometimes the Bible said, give me my flowers when I'm living, because when I'm dead, I can't smell no flowers. So I just want to give you your flowers to tell you that you're a stand-up individual, and not many people are like Martin G. Johnson. So I just want to tell you that.
And I appreciate you too, Brother Nathan. I was listening to a video today, and I shared it with a friend, and it's called, listen to me real close, it's called, the subject was Trojan Horse. That was the subject. So, and he made an example. He said, we all know a horse is fast. So his point was, either we can get on the horse, ride the horse, or find a way to get inside the horse and be a part of the horse fastness. So what I'm saying is, I did a lot of work in the community. I did a lot of crime chasing. And people have came behind me and rode my horse, my energy. They rode the horse so well, people thought he was me. And we all do it to each other. Seriously, people, if you think about it, it's like a professional lawyer. He'd get on here, he'd talk about divorce, don't get no audience. He'd talk about criminal, don't get no orders. But the moment that some high profile case of a celebrity, now he jumps on that with his expertise, he gets an audience. So you have some people, they watch what's hot, what's trending, and they blend it in into what they're doing. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. And that's how people become relevant, especially on YouTube. Now, you got to ask yourself a question. Some of the YouTubers that don't live here, they get information about Dalton and the township that we don't even get, and we live here. Why? Is someone feeding them information, telling them information, and they studying it? And we all know that Tiffany, anything that you mention about Tiffany A. Henyard, supervisor Tiffany, is gonna get some likes, some click, and some bait. It's all you got. If you talk about her, people have started channels. Now, conscious, you know you can bear witness with me. Just on Tiffany. Just on now, we're not talking about what she did or what she didn't do. We just her name alone is so hot, is so trending. And if you talk about her, you're gonna get a listening audience. Am I right? Conscious, you're a creator, you know that. Whether it's good or bad.
Yeah, I did a video on Kiana and I got like 40,000 views. So you know.
See,
but,
see, it's hot.
Yeah, it's true.
It's hot. And for what's going on in Dalton and in the Thornton Township, the whole world is looking at it. The whole world have made their own opinion, regardless of what receipts have been presented and all that. In the court of public opinion, she has been convicted and sentenced to jail time. In the court of a public opinion now. Am I right? I'm conscious. Am I right? All right.
Oh, yes. You're
now, in real time, she has not been charged of anything. Now, I'm not saying that she didn't do anything, and we got proof. We do have proof. But what I'm saying is, people, this thing is so powerful and so hot. It's the Trojan horse right now. And a lot of people are jumping on top of the horse. And they making this, they riding this all the way to, just like, I don't know, just like the Kanika Jenkins. When my partner, she was the first one to go out there and video. She had 11,000 people on her live. Then after that, you had Jedediah Brown, you had Will Calloway, you had a lot of young men that went out there to the Kanika Jenkins and they rolled that tide away. It was trending. It was hot. So many organizations was made off the death of the young lady that was found dead in the freezer. So many people talked about it all around the country, whether you believe that she walked in there or not. You're right. That was sad. So what I'm saying is,
and it's sad.
Go ahead, Conscious.
North Carolina. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Has joined.
We got a new caller. Go ahead, real quick,
okay,
Conscious.
well, I'm gonna bid you good night.
Thank you.
My sword is down.
Okay.
And we're moving forward.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Martin. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Just keep doing what's right, and you can't fail. You won't fail. All right. 252.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, caller.
I'm Martin.
Hey, how you doing?
You know, I'm good. I'm going to call your show when I'm moved by your topic.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. What anybody else has to say. I love your platform. The only confession I don't know if it's confession, but there was progress today in the state of Illinois. I saw briefly what the legislators there are doing in the House, introducing that bill to remove elected officials who are not being held accountable. That I thought was long overdue. They should have done that a long time ago. It would have prevented a lot of this madness that we see now.
I want to ask you a question because I didn't hear about that, but can you go more into detail now? How are they going to remove, or what grounds can they remove elected officials? Did they get to explaining how, or do you know a little bit more?
I saw the video briefly, and it was, I can send you what I saw.
Okay.
But from what I gathered, I'm not for sure the mechanics behind removing, but they wanted to make it easier, and they referenced, it was on Levy's page. What's her name? Let me just go back. I just saw it a few minutes ago. It's the G. Levy, I believe. I'm gonna come up with it. Let me see.
Okay.
Okay, here it was. No, Sesame Onion. I can email it to you, Mark.
Okay, email.
See, I'm going to my history. Yeah, I was going through my history, and they referenced Dalton and then Chicago.
Okay.
The leader said it's about time we put a stop to this madness. We see what's going on in Chicago. We see what's going on in Dalton, and the people in those cities are helpless. They feel helpless, and this has gone on long enough. We've got to do something. We are going to introduce an avenue where if your officials, your elected officials are they have the town in gridlock, if they're not showing up for meetings. I'm sure that was a reference to last night. We're going to give our government back to the people. And this is the best way to do it. And I don't know why it hasn't been done a long time ago, but, that's what was introduced. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
She only had a sniff of it. And as for, what happened today with Jedediah, all I can say is I just wish the people in that city will stop using the court to settle personal grievances. I don't know what happened. I saw the end of what he said, but it was, putting mouth to what we discussed last night. You open the door to that type of craziness when you don't think things through and thoroughly. And I happen to think that that's a result of all of that happened. I heard who he said did it. I think it's shameful. I think all of these court documents that are these people that are taking people to court to get restraining orders, and now she called the FBI. I just think that's abhorrent, and I hope and pray that she has the goods to back it up, because if they don't, then they need to prosecute her as well. Those courts are not to settle personal grievances, and it seems like that's what they do all the time. Tiffany and all the other crew that she's with, to silence people, and that's not the role of government either, or law enforcement. So saw that. I'll email it to you.
Yeah, hold it for a second. I want to ask somebody to come.
That's what it was.
252. Hold on for a quick. Loving decor, whatever. Call in 872-299-0808. I'm gonna see if you really know me like you think you know me. Yeah, call in. You be my personal guest tonight. Confession is good for the soul. Call in. You said Martin does the same thing that he accuses everyone of. Martin is always upset because not everyone agrees with him. Listen, y'all rarely see me get upset out of my body. I am one of the most patient person on YouTube.
Yes, you are.
Where can you call in at? And I don't know you from a can of paint. I don't know if you're going to cuss me out or say something derogatory on the show. I allow you to speak. But do me a favor, won't you call in and explain yourself? And I promise you, I won't bash you. Maybe you need to know who I am. So you don't know me. Or maybe you just a hater. You could be that too. I don't know. So right now, to me, you're just a ghost. I don't know who you are. But I'm asking you to introduce yourself, man or woman, and call in 872-299-0808. And since you've been knowing me 252 and you're not a yes woman, I've always said on this channel, I don't know everything and I don't get it right every time. And I've always said that. If I need some medical advice, I will go to you, 252. If I need some construction or something or work done, I will go to my cousin Ronnie. If I need some photography tips, I will go to Marcus. Yeah. So I don't know everything, but go ahead, 252. I just wanted to put that out there. Allow this person to call, male or female. I don't know if it's a male or female. People, they keyboard warriors. They won't come out and talk. You can't get nothing done just being a keyboard warrior. Go ahead, 252.
You can't get in the weeds with people like that, because if you just say, I didn't read the comment, but just in general, in conversations we've had and moments of heat and passion, on your channel. Yes, you've been the most patient host I've seen on the tube. I mean, you're the only one that has a platform where you can have multiple people calling in. I don't know, the makeup and the setup of other people in their platform, but I don't see any other YouTubers. They do have people calling in, but to have a diverse, robust conversation with the same people from start to finish, that's not out there for anybody, as of what I know. But yes, you've always been patient, but I don't care. You just can't. You can't appease everybody.
That's correct.
For those who take offense to it, fine. Like you said, keep strolling. It matters not. You got to stand on your own principles, and I guess they're trying to stand on theirs. And if they don't have any, then you get comments, ignorant comments, like you do quite a bit on your platform.
Oh, all the time.
The hell with it. Yeah.
That's
Good night, though. I just wanted to say
Thank
that.
you, Doc.
I hope there's some progress. You're welcome. I'll send you the email. Or Grace Levy. It was on the video is on her page.
Oh, Grace Media. Okay, maybe I'll go into Grace Media. Okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
Grace Levy. It's on her page.
All right, Grace Media. All right. All right, good night. So, people, this is Confession is Good for the Soul. My line is still open, 872-299-0808. Come in, people. People, it's good to be living in the land of the living. It's good to be living. It's good to be living. And people going to hate people. You got to remember that. Continue to be great. Do what God tells you to do, people. That's all you have to do. People are going to misunderstand you, and that's okay. We all do it. Sometimes we get it wrong when we judge people. Sometimes we get it right. It's okay. I'm not the perfect person in the world. Well, I know my strengths and I know my weaknesses. One strength I got,
Miss Stewart.
I love black people. We got to call it people, so it's not all about me tonight. It's about us. Confession. Hey, what's that? 254. Come on, caller. 254. Go ahead, caller.
Hello, greetings, Brother Martin. This is my first time calling.
Oh, thank you.
I've actually watched you for a little while, so I really enjoy your show. But I'm so glad you had this topic, because I have to confess that my heart was really grieved and heavy today. After everything, that transpired yesterday in Dalton, which I have a personal connection because my aunt lives in Dalton, but I don't remember exactly which page, but I saw some comments, and it was a young man that commented and stated, I guess because they had seen the verbal altercation that had gone on with Jed and Kamal. The young man mentioned something about, something about up north. They talk a lot because in Birmingham, someone would have got shot. And when I read that comment, my heart dropped, because I thought, my God, I miss the days when people could actually, right, wrong, or indifferent, if they did disagree. Why do we have to always be afraid that if people disagree, someone's going to end up dead? And the gun violence grieves me, because I'm at an age where I have nephews, I have a son, I have a daughter. I think of the young people, and the problem is that people can't even disagree anymore. Like, I grew up in a time where, whether I lived in the North or the South, because I've lived in both with family, and if you got into it, you disagreed, you had your argument, you said your words. Worst case scenario, you might knuckle up, and whoever won the fight, but you got to go home. You got to live another day. And maybe the next day or a few days later, you got to go outside and play again on the block or hang out. You didn't have to worry about planning a funeral. You didn't have to worry about somebody ending up in prison. It's just ridiculous. And for the young man to make that comment and say, as if, well, they were just doing too much talking. If he was here, that person would have ended up dead. That broke my heart because I'm thinking, even though I may not necessarily have agreed with how things played out, at that confrontation, I'm just grateful that the both of them, we got to go home alive and that we're not reading about Kamal being dead or Jed being dead. They can be on opposite sides of the spectrum, but it's just amazing how the first thing we think about is if you are angry with one another, somebody could end up dead. Why? And so I just got to confess that broke my heart because that is really where we are, not just in Dalton, not just in Chicago, not just in the South. It's an epidemic that it just makes my heart heavy because I don't want anyone to have to die over disagreement or end up in prison. We have too many young men already in either place or young women. It's heartbreaking. And so that's my confession.
I'm with you on that 100%. And I hate to see bloodshed. I'm for peace. And but let me take this. Hold on. Let me take this caller real quick. I don't want to leave them on hold for
oh yes. Go
just
right
hold
ahead.
on. Hold on. You don't have to go nowhere. 9449. Hey caller, go ahead, real quick. Caller.
Hi, Martin.
Hey.
This is Marcus.
Hey Marcus, I didn't even recognize you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would have to say that I would have to confess one thing that I hate is when people try to make up a story about people that isn't true, and they try to convince other people based on their own theory that this person is this way, when they poison the mind of other people who don't know this particular person. And that's how gossip starts. That's what causes people to go on jobs and shoot up the workplace. That's what's causing a lot of these little street wars out here. It's basically false rumors, people gossiping about people. And I have to be honest with you. And I know you're supposed to forgive them by the grace of God, but forgiveness is not an overnight process. It's a slow process. But when people are telling lies on you and you're a good person and you're a humble person, it can hurt. It does hurt when you know that, I'm not this person. I'm not this person that people say I am. And if you really want to know something about somebody, you don't ask other people about them. You come to them and ask them. Now, you might not like the response that they give you because you're looking for something bad. And that's what's going on in our world today. We rarely look for the good in people. We look for the bad. And even the people who make mistakes, we always bring up the mistakes they made and overlook what they're doing now.
I agree.
And that's the way some of us are.
That's good. Confession is good for the soul. That is so right, Marcus. So right. And when you're on a journey and people can see progress, oh my God, I remember he was this. I remember he was that. I remember he used to do that. I remember he was a bum. He didn't have nothing. I remember that regular car he was driving. It's always something, people. It's always something. See, people, it comes from a lot of hate in our heart toward one another, jealousy and envy. You wishing a person, you wishing the well, but in reality, you hoping they fail. Marcus, you got people that is in the same field that you're in, photography. They wishing you well, but they hoping that you don't do better than them. They're in a competition with you, and you're not in
do anything to stop.
Right, and you're not in competition with them. And I want to put that out there. Confession. One of my confessions are: I'm not in competition with nobody out there. Trust me. Anything that I have done out there that benefit the community, I don't regret at all. Listen, one thing I can say, I've helped a lot of people. For those of you just don't know me, that have not been following me, Now, a lot of YouTubers, they really don't know me. But those that was on Facebook, they could go back years with me. But YouTubers, if you're listening to me now, I challenge you to go back and look at some of my videos that's on YouTube. And they may not be viral, but those are some of the same videos that I put up on Facebook. And I had a lot of videos that go viral on Facebook. And follow me. Learn who I am. Trust me. I am this kind person. I am this loving person. I love everybody. Do I have my moments? Yes, I have my moments. I have my moments. We got a new caller. I'm gonna take the new
And I
call.
would say
Go ahead.
this.
Go ahead, Marcus.
I would say this. People should not listen to what somebody else's opinion is about another person. Get the facts, get to know that person, and you will be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll let you take the next caller.
All right.
I don't want
Okay. 5136 caller. You're live, uncut, unedited. 5136.
Hello, Martin. How you doing?
Good. Great. How are you?
Right. You know, I followed you when I was in Chicago and I moved to Arizona. Man, you took that right out of my mouth. I've been there, done it. And my confession is, why? Why do people hate to see where you come from and when you're doing good, and then you turn around and help them and they still want to be bigger than you? You can bring them in and show them the ropes and you still want to be bigger than you.
Mm-hmm.
You took that right out of my mouth, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, you see me a lot following you. And I'll be up there January, the end of this month for my wife's birthday. And I'm definitely want to see you and shake your hand and show you some love, my brother.
And I appreciate it, brother, because I need all the love I can get. And I tell people there's more than one way you can support a creator, a person that's helping in the community. It don't have to be no money. It could be a prayer. It could be a like. It could be a comment. You could introduce my videos to other people. There's many ways that you can support a person. Many ways. Pray for them, not pray on
Yes,
them.
sir.
Say, Lord,
Yep,
protect
pray
Martin.
for him.
That he say the right thing, that he
And-
do the right thing, keep him straight, keep his mind focused. You know, because
That's
I'm gonna
it.
tell you, this is.
And I just want to say,
Go ahead,
I
brother.
just want to say, my confession is, I wish we could stop hating and keep motivating. We used to say that all the time. Stop hating and motivate. And then when they do get on, all you remember is got to do 1,000 good things. They're gonna remember that one bad thing you did, or that one bad thing you used to do. That's
Mhm.
sad, man. That's sad. And you took it right out of my mouth, just put it in a different context. And I want to tell you, man, keep up the good work. And I'm not gonna say the good work, the great work, because you love your people.
Yeah, that's it. And I'm
And
gonna
I'm
you know why
throwing
you
it
do
out.
that? Go ahead.
go ahead, Marcus.
Go
I
ahead.
said I'm out, Martin, and
Okay.
I'm gonna reach out to you when I get to the city.
Okay, please do. All right, Marcus, go ahead. Did you say something?
All right. You know why they do that? I'm sitting up here and I'm listening to the conversation. And you know, I don't know how some of your listeners' faith is in God, but God will speak to you instantly. Some people, when you blow up, when the truth shines, they hate the truth. You know how the sun, when the dark clouds of a rainy day block the sun, but the sun eventually shines for the whole nation, the whole world to see. Well, God will put you on a stage and squash the lies that people have told about you. And so some people are threatened, they're embarrassed by that. They ain't got nowhere to hide, because now God has stole their audience by showing the people that they were lying on you to who you really are, and that it was a lie. So some people, they don't want to celebrate your success, and they go and they try to bring up the past and what you used to do. it's in a defense of their lives. They still try to defend their lives. This is how I'm trying to explain this. So they feel embarrassed. They feel ashamed, and they got to do something to fight back. And that's why they don't celebrate your success. They walk around with a white glove on, looking for anything, or sitting back like a vulture on a high branch, waiting on you to fall so they can swoop down and eat what's left of you.
But they're gonna be waiting a long time for me because it ain't gonna happen. I used to tell people you got to
And
be
I'm
careful.
speaking in
I know, I
general
know.
with
You,
anybody.
hey Marcus, I always used to tell people years ago, you got to be careful digging my grave because I'm gonna be standing over. I'm gonna be standing. Hey, I'm gonna be standing over your grave watching you go in. You know, don't dig no hole for me. Trust me, that's what I tell them. Do not dig no grave for me at all. And folk, you know, we got that terrible. We got hate in our heart. We got envy in our heart. Envy in our heart, and we got to stop that if we want to get we if we want to get there. You know, I've seen some people, Marcus, dog me out, but yet they want to take a selfie with me. I mean, want to take a selfie. Seriously, I'm like, really? I've seen some
Yeah.
people on Facebook that mimic me, and when they see me in public, they hold their head down. That's pure hate. They don't even acknowledge me. You
And they're
trying to be,
guilty because
yeah,
they're afraid.
right, yeah. You trying to be like Martin Johnson, but when you see me in public, you can't even greet me because it's just that much hate in your heart. See, can't nobody on this social media platform say that I'm trying to be like another man or another woman. I'm a originate. I'm a creator. I create things. I have my own lane. My own lane. I,
Even me.
I,
Even me. I can't be like a regular photographer.
right. Listen, remember I
You got
talked.
to be different.
You got to be get your own niche.
Go ahead.
People steal
Right.
other people energy. They steal other people clout. That's what they are. They are pirates. They are not originators. I've cointailed so many phrases, and you there with me, Marcus, live, uncut, unedited. Check on your
Yeah.
people. Listen up, people. Listen up, people. Listen up, people. So
They even copying your ads. They even copying your announcements.
all of that,
Be original.
all that, tell the truth and shame the devil. Now I didn't make that up, but I use it a lot. But you have a lot of people out here, they are not, they're not creatives. They're thieves, they're pirates. That's what they are.
Because they're too busy, Martin, in other people's lives that they haven't gotten to know themselves. You see, one day I was working for the park district, and my photography, the urge really came in me like, what do I like doing? Photography started off as a hobby and a passion. And then it just became something that I like to do. And I'm different. I walk the streets of Inglewood, photographing, crossing different gang lines, photographing people who might not didn't want to be photographed, and some did. And I get calls from people all the time talking about, do you got that picture of me when I was on the basketball court really showing off? I want to show it to my son. I want to show it to my daughter. And then I get some calls, do you have a picture of my son? He got killed and I want to put it on the obituary. So you have to be different at what you do. Derrick Rose is a legend because he was different from all the other basketball players. Michael Jordan was a legend because he was different. All these legends in our society, from Michael Jackson and just the ordinary Joe, you got to be different to be a legend. You can't go with status quo. You got to color outside the box. You got to add your own style. When I used to color as a kid, I would add on to the picture that I was coloring, add my own, using my imagination. In order to get rich, you got to use your imagination and make it work. Because what's in the mind plays out in reality. The skyscraper, this beautiful skyline that we have in Chicago, somebody told somebody that wasn't going to work. Or somebody gave somebody a chance, and now we're able to look at that beautiful skyline.
Let me say something real quick, people. When you think of basketball, you think of Michael Jordan. When you think of golf, you think of Tiger Woods. When you think of
Yep.
football, you think of a lot of players, Walter Payton. It's a lot of players that you think of. So there's nothing wrong with making a niche, a name for yourself. You have to be creative, people, and you can do it. It's greatness within you. It's greatness within you. When you think of crime chaser, you think of Martin G. Johnson. Seriously, not bragging. So it's got to be in us, people. It's in us to be great. To be great. Don't admire nobody and hate on them at the same time. Don't do that. That's not good. Don't envy them. When I hear
Love is
gospel,
what that's called.
yeah, when I see gospel singers, when you think of gospel music, who do you think of? You think of Kurt Franklin, Aretha Franklin. It's a lot of names out
Shirley
there.
Caesar.
Shirley Caesar. It's a lot of names. They have made a name for themselves. James Cleveland, Yolanda Adams. It's a lot of names out
Yep.
there, people. You can be great. You have to put the work in. I'm not an overnight success. Marcus is not an overnight success. We had to put the
Nope.
work in, and we still striving to be our best. Marcus went
Yep.
from playing, shooting pictures in Inglewood on these different areas, basketball court.
Basketball court.
Now he's shooting professional
Shooting
sport.
NBA basketball. Yep.
Now,
White Sox and all of them.
that's a good thing. Listen, let me tell y'all, share something with y'all people. It was some people that came in town, and Marcus, you know the story. And
Yeah.
they was telling me, oh, how great a work you're doing, Mart, and all that. And these are movie people. And we want to do a movie with you. I said, well, we got to talk price. I said, well, what's your offer? Well, 1,500, 2,000, something like that, 25. I said, no, I don't think so. I said, the work that I do is authentic. It's not staged, it's real. But the moral of the story, I wound up getting 20 grand. That was like 3 or 4 years ago, right? You know, Marcus, I told you. I could talk about it because it's
Yeah.
gone. Now, you said, well, Martin, I ain't never seen the documentary. I haven't seen it either. But it's out there. It's going to come. When it come and drop, you'll see it. But they paid me that 10 up front and 10 when I was done. And guess what the man told me, Marcus? He said, I don't want you to change nothing. I'm going to sit and ride along with you in the car and do what you've been doing. I didn't have to act. I didn't have to make up anything. And I had one request from them. I asked them, do not put nothing in the documentary that don't represent Martin G. Johnson, the crime chaser. Because when you guys long and gone, I have to live here. And that's all I ask. I don't want nothing that don't represent me, good or bad. Only thing I wanted, my work to speak for itself and let the people be the judge. That's it. That's it.
And do you know we were in a movie?
Mm.
I forgot the name of it,
Mm.
but we were in a movie. They were actually filming it during the Laquan McDonald protest.
Mm.
And I guess they wanted to catch the real movement.
Yeah. I know
They got a couple of close-ups on me, but I forgot the name of that movie.
I think
I happened to be watching cable one day and saw it.
I think it's Blue something. It was a Training Blue or something. I don't know. I was in it too because people was calling me and said that it was a movie that I was in. And a lot of you know,
Yeah.
Marcus, you know me personally. You don't see me doing too much talking in the news cameras. I don't do that. Every blue moon, you might get an interview out of me. We're talking about confession, people. For those of you that don't know me, one of the famous things that I ever done in my life was the bait truck. And you witnessed that, Marcus. I remember Marcus told me, he said, Martin, you caught a big fish. And I didn't know what he meant. I was like, it was just a regular video to me. I was riding around just videoing and caught it. The next couple of days.
A big fish that have been going on for years.
Yeah. It blew up so strong. Interview was coming all around the country. How did you know? Who told you? How did you know? I just happened to be at the right place at the right time, and a little effort for me, because a young lady came in the restaurant and she said, hey, they got that bait truck back out there, because we had heard about it was there a couple of days ago. Charles McKenzie had caught the tail end of the arrest. And I was getting me some lunch. I said, well, you know what? I'm on my lunch. Let me just ride on down there. You can hear me eating in the video, eating, smacking, and talking. But I was on to something. And I called everything out as if I was a part of their operation. I knew what they was doing. We've always heard the stories of how they bring things in the Black community. They put bait out there for us to bite on.
From guns to money to purses,
drugs
on the tree. They've been doing it for years. And if you don't mind, let me confess this. Let me clear this up while I'm on your show. For those of you who wonder, because people be asking other people, and I'm going to confess, I do not like no little boys in no sexual way. I'm a photographer. The guys that I shoot are not boys. They are grown men. And just because I shoot guys who happen to have their shirts off, don't mean that I want to be in the bed with them. Just because you don't see me around no women, don't mean that I don't like women. So please, if you want to know something about me, ask me. But the answer you're going to get is I have boundaries. I don't ask about what you do in your bedroom. Don't be asking about what I'm doing in my bedroom. If it doesn't affect you, then you don't have the right to ask. So if I say, no, I don't want to talk about it, respect it and move on. And I just had to put that out there, Mark.
Wow, I'm not mad at you. Yeah, I am not mad at you, people. Yeah, I am not. For those that don't know, go down to my YouTube or just Google Martin G. Johnson bait truck, and you'll see the story as yourself. Like 5-6 years ago, here in the south side of Chicago, in the Inglewood area. Yeah, I was on. I was in the. They put me in the shade room. They put me in the. What is that? There's another big famous. I was on Fox Soul. I was on what is that thing?
It was on HBO.
HBO. It was another that Vice. So I was on a lot of things. Got a lot of interviews.
They were talking about it on national news.
Yeah, national news. It made national news. So I'm not new to this, people. Trust me, I'm not new. I've always been working. I've always kept my reputation intact. Always. Yeah. Kanika, a lot of you heard of me doing the Kanika Jenkins, but I was before Kanika Jenkins. I was doing protests before Kanika Jenkins. I was doing crime before Kanika Jenkins. And that's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, that is fact. So I've been around a long time. I ain't just started this. I haven't copycatted off nobody. I haven't rode nobody coattail for clout. And for many years, Marcus, I didn't even talk. I just video. Didn't say nothing. You hear my voice over the video, but you would never really see my face. I'm always videoing others.
When you start narrating it, that brought it more, the word I want to use, adrenaline to it. You would be saying you would be en route. You wouldn't show your face, but you would narrate where you was going. And you had people in suspense, like, what is he going into? You had us yelling at the traffic that was in front of you through the phone. Get out of his way so he can get there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. God is real, people. He'll do it for you. You gotta go within yourself and get it out. Listen, except the Lord build a house, they that labor in vain. So, in other words, if you building a house on unstable ground or land, it's gonna cave in. When the storm comes, it's gonna test. It's gonna test. You got to be standing on the foundation, and we stand on the principles of what's right. This channel was not built on thighs, buttocks, and breasts. It was built on factual things. When people come here, they want to see something and hear some authentic. They don't want no stunts. And I tell them, if you're looking for a stunt, if you're looking for a lot of messy stuff, you might be at the wrong place. And if you're looking for some bloodshed, you're at the wrong place.
Yep.
I danced on that floor already. Now I'm moving on. I'm on another dance floor right now. Don't know how long I'm gonna be on this dance floor. Something else might come up and I move on to that next. That's how life works. It works, people. Confession is good for the soul, people. I must confess, I love too hard. I believe in people. I want to see them do great, even the enemies. It's certain things that I don't even wish on my enemy. That's real talk.
Mm-hmm.
People, I love what I'm doing. I love to talk. I love to serve. I love to listen. I've trained my mind so my body can follow when you talk so I can listen to you. Have you ever had a conversation with a person you really didn't know and you told them some things about yourself and you felt good afterwards? I'm that type of person. Won't judge you, won't put your business out on the internet, won't do that. That's what I'm not about. I'm not into destroying lives. I'm into helping lives get better. That's what I'm all about. I can care less what you do in your bedroom. I can care less how much money you got in the bank account. It's not my money, it's your money. I can care less about them things.
Mm-hmm.
Why you think I have friends that's well off? I'm not your friend because you own this and you got that. That's not the reason why I'm your friend. Now, it's good to know that you have these things. But trust me, David said I was young. Now I'm old. I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed beg of bread. And that's real talk. David said it like this:
Mm-hmm.
The Lord is my shepherd, and I shall not want. God is supplying all my needs, and then some of my wants. As a church folks used to say, Marcus, he may not come when you want, but he's always
But
on
he's right
time.
on time.
And we talking about God the
Yep.
Father.
He's
That's
an
what we
on
talking about.
time.
He may not come when you want, but when he do come, he's always on time. And he may not come when you want, people. And I found that to be true in my life. I can't speak for nobody else. We talking about confession tonight, aren't we? I'm confessing tonight that there's a God, not
Mm-hmm.
just in the sky, but within me. And I want to let this little light of mine, I want it to shine everywhere I go. Listen, God chooses ordinary people to do extraordinary things.
Extraordinary thing.
And that's me, people.
Yep.
Why you think people come here that they are PhDs, they're doctors, they're lawyers, they're nurses, they're professionals to come and listen to me, little old boy from the south side of Chicago. Listen to Martin Johnson. Some come on here just waiting to see me fail. Some coming on here just to see how much knowledge I have. Some coming on here just to be nosy. Why everybody following this? What's so different between him and the next creator? People, we all connected one way or another. And the greatest thing about me on here is you could be a Republican, you could be a Democrat, you could be a Christian, you could be a non Christian, you could be a Muslim, you can be rich, you can be poor, you could be white, you could be black, and your voice is welcome here on this platform. I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. See,
Mm-hmm.
Marcus, I'm this type. I'm sharing my light that's shining on me with people that I don't even know. And that's what I'm doing. I don't have to allow people to come on here and speak. I am the content. People come on here to hear me speak, not others. They looking for Martin Johnson. But Martin Johnson humbled himself and allow others. People get on here and talk about their channel. Marcus, you never hear me tell people don't mention their channel or their name. I never say anything.
Yeah.
I don't tell people what channel to watch and what channel not to watch. I tell them how we do things on here. If you want to continue to come on this platform and participate, this is how we do things on this platform. Well, he do it like this over there. Well, that's him. That's probably where you need to be. Now, we still talking about confession is good for the soul now. I'm dropping, you got to follow me now, people. I'm dropping jewels tonight. I want you to, I want you to listen to understand and not just listen to respond. You have to listen to understand. If you want to know a person, all you have to do is watch what they do and say. That's it. That'll tell it. That would tell it. Because I learned a long time ago, Marcus, whatever's in you is going to come out. Whatever's in you, you can only hide it for so long, it's going to come out. It's going to come out.
Yep.
Is it good? It's going to come out. If it's bad, it's going to come out. Whatever it is. I don't believe in this stuff. You do it first, then you thought about it later. No. You have to think it in your heart first before you do it. In your mind, I'm sorry. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Let me repeat that again. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Jesus said it like this: where your treasures are is where your heart is. And that's real talk, people. I appreciate all of you listening tonight. Confession is good for the soul. I want to thank every panel member that came on tonight. I want to thank every YouTuber subscriber that came in tonight that didn't hit the like button. But thank you anyway. Just even taking time out to stop it and listen to us talk tonight. I'm satisfied with that. It ain't about the money because I ain't got none. It ain't about the money. Listen, Job said it like this. He said, naked I came, and naked shall I return. Don't you know that everything in this life is just on loan? That beautiful Coca-Cola shape that you got, beautiful young lady. The pretty jet white teeth. That smooth mocha black caramel light skin complexion. is only lent to you for a little while. So it behooves of all of us to make sure that we do what's right while we're here. The scripture put it like this, and this is how the scripture said it. Work while it's day. When night come, can no man work. Other words, while you have your health and strength, while you clothed in your right mind, do what you can. Young lady, young man, God can use you right now while you got your strength.
Mhm.
Don't wait till you get confounded to a wheelchair and saying, now I want to give everything to God. You done use yourself up now. You're no good even for yourself. And I'm not saying that God can't use you in a wheelchair. I'm not saying that. Give him your best days. Remember your Creator in the days of thy youth. I'm telling you. The Bible says, seek ye the Lord while he may be found, and call on him while he's near. Because there's going to come a time when you're going to seek him and you won't be able to find him. You say, oh, Martin, there you go with that church stuff. There you know, I don't do that. I don't do that. Don't you do truth? Truth is the truth. Real talk.
Mhm.
And I'm going to close it out with these words right here. Jesus said, Yeshua, the Christ, my sheep hear my voice, and a stranger they will not follow. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and what?
And shame the devil.
I
Shame the
love
devil.
being black.